This competitive approach can help initiate the snowballing of network effects in a market. So what is the question? What is move early? So in this type of competition, you want to get involved in a market early, be an early entrant, because that's the way you can begin to grab that market share and get those users aligned with you. And there are other strategies discussed in your textbook that we will come back to time and time again. So I encourage you to take a look at some of those strategies that are relevant to these types of markets. Next answer. Starting a network effect is hard, so new companies might need to do this to get things going. So something you might want to do to get things going is to add users initially, bring up your number of users, and it might not be so good for your bottom line. What's the question? Well, it's what is subsidized adoption? So in this case, we may want to offer some services for free. Some refer to that as freemium type of services. But basically, we're investing in the people that are adopting it by giving them something at probably a higher value than what they're paying in order to attract that user base to our market. Next answer. Doing this helps to ward off competitors who will develop emulators so their products can work with yours. So what this means is that you may have competition that tries to create exact copies or replicas of your technology. And as your market matures, they may try to move into your market by selling or offering those technologies or services. So if you do this, it will help to avoid that level of competition from those emulators. And the question is, what is continuous innovation? So if you're continuously changing your products, improving them, adding new features at regular cycles, then other competitors can't really catch up. So that's an important way to advance. Excuse me. Next answer. This means that a new product will work with older version in firms that control a technological standard. So you're thinking about here when you offer a new product and things that you offered before can still work. That's maybe a way that you can manage or control your user base and keep the switching costs at a manageable level. So what is the question? What is backwards integrate? So in this context, we want to make sure that older equipment or services can easily be offered and maneuvered and maintained as we offer new technological innovations. Okay, last question in this last category is also double your score. So this one could be worth $1,000 to your bottom line. This is when two or more markets, once distinctly separate, begin to offer similar features and capabilities. So two or more markets that were once distinctly different, they're starting to offer some of the same types of things. Well, the question here is, what is convergence? So an example of this would be how many of our smartphones have cameras. And earlier days, we'd all carry around our camera as well as our cell phone. But now those two items have converged into one platform that we leverage in our mobile devices. Okay, last we'll have one final question. And you can wager as much as you want to on this question. So if you want to wager all that you have in your pot right now, you certainly can do that. But here is the answer. When you're too successful and your platform attracts too many users, your systems can be overwhelmed due to this. So you've attracted too many users and your systems get totally overwhelmed. Why would that happen? So we're looking for the question. And the question is, what is congestion? So when you're in this type of platform market, say a two-sided market, where you've become a dominant leader and it's hard for others to compete, and you continuously innovate to stave off technological leapfrogging, then what you run the risk of is attracting too many customers that you're not prepared to handle, and that can lead to congestion and poor customer experiences. So I hope you've enjoyed this way of being introduced to the vocabulary for this chapter and the way of thinking about digital business that we're going to need for the remainder of the course. Thank you.